I felt fear rise up in me. Kneel down and clear the stone of leaves.
Hi friends, welcome to Cammy's Corner. I am here behind all of this madness that is the wonderful world of Funko Pops. You guys know, if you've been around for a while, I am obsessed with these cute little plastic things, and it seems like every time I turn around I find another collection or another movie, book, what have you, to add to this craze. My intent was never to be a Funko Pop collector. If you've been around for a while, you know my first Funko Pop was a Batman DC 01, just a plain old Batman that I received as a gift. And even after that, it took me about a good year and a half before I even thought about collecting these things. So really it's been a slow progression for me. And sometimes as a pop collector, if you collect them, you know that makes it a little bit more difficult, because when you then go hunting for them, they're a lot more expensive. So it's now a quest, a slow quest, to kind of fill in the gaps. And you guys know I live and breathe horror 365 days out of the year. So why not let that just spill out into the world of Funko Pops? This actually wasn't a collection that I was looking at adding to the Funko world. I actually received my very first horror pop, which is this one here, in a giveaway. I won this on Instagram, and it just became this really incredible piece that I said, okay, these things are too detailed and too cool to not want to incorporate a piece of my childhood, because I've been watching horror films since I was 4. So each one of these to me tells a different story in a different phase of my life through horror. So what I wanted to do, since Halloween is right around the corner, is kind of make this week fun. This idea was not really my own. I want to say I kind of stole the idea from Top Pops. If you are not subscribed to his channel and you do, like me, love the world of Funko Pops and all things Pops, I definitely encourage you to check out his channel. I'll leave it linked below. He is a younger gentleman from Canada, so he kind of gets the best of both worlds, because he lives, from my understanding, a little bit close to the States, somewhere upstate New York, and so like on the Canadian border. So he's able to travel to New York, and he takes us on pop hunting adventures, so it's really cool. And he's kind of doing a showcase throughout the month of October of his horror pops, and you know, just kind of throwing little segments in there. So I thought, you know what, this is a great time for me to share my horror pop collection and just where it's at. So how about we dive right in?
I wander out where you can't see. Inside my shell I wait and breathe. I felt the air rise up in me. Kneel down and clear the stone of bliss. I wander out where you can't see. Inside my shell I wait and breathe. Goodbye! I'm walking up on time. The light is bright out this time. Everything is 3D fast for me. My ears are red and go. The air is standing straight up.
So there's really not going to be any rhyme or reason to this discussion. I'm just going to pick pops at random, trying maybe to put them in numerical order, we'll see. But just to kind of give you an insight to my collection, where I'm at thus far in this horror pop hunt. So the first one of mention is one that I've already started to discuss, and that's number 456, Jack Torrance from The Shining. He is one of 3 in the trio from The Shining Pops collection. There is himself, his wife Wendy, or Danny. I do not have the other 2, but this is beautiful with the blood splatter on the plastic, and it does say Red Rum here at the bottom. The box is not in the greatest of shape, but again, beggars can't be choosers. I won this in a giveaway on a library in progress, and she gave away this and a copy of The Regulators from Stephen King. So that was a pretty cool win, and like I said, it really sparked my interest for starting to collect these horror pops. Now, it wasn't really the trio that I was sought after when it came to The Shining. It was actually these beauties here, and this is an unnumbered box of a 2-pack of the Grady twins. This actually comes in a chase variant as well. You find with most horror variants that there's a little bit more blood and gore, and that's usually what makes them the chase. So this is not the chase version, but this is a Target exclusive does have the blood splatter on the exterior of the box and also says red rum, and I am so excited to have this in my collection. I found these on Instagram. This was through a page called Horror Freak. Now this is actually a comic book / movie memorabilia store in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so if you're on Instagram and you love horror, macabre, all things spooky and creepy, I definitely encourage you to give them a follow. If you see something listed on their site, he's usually really good about listing the price. If he fails to do so, just direct message him. He's awesome about getting back to you in a timely manner. Let him know that you're interested. Of course, if no one else has their dibs on it, you can get with him as far as price point for the object and for shipping, and he gets it out super quick. So I'm happy to have these ladies in my collection. This next one is a must for any horror lover or pop collector, and that is Pennywise in Gutter. This is an It movie moment, number 584. I immediately had to have it when I saw it. This is classic horror. You have Georgie with the paper boat on the sidewalk. Pennywise is looking out from the gutter, and this is really what started it all, and this is one of the creepiest horror films. I am going to be honest, I have not yet seen the new one. I'm just very partial to the old, and I don't know when I will. I'll get to it eventually because I've heard it's really creepy and it's great, but in the meantime, this pop is definitely satisfying that itch. The next one is going to be a trio of horrors. Jason from Friday the 13th, 01, Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, 02, and Michael Myers 03 from the Halloween franchise. These I bought together, but of course you can buy them separately. Jason, Freddy, and Michael all come in variants, as most horror pops do. I do not have any of them in the variant collection, but they're just cool to have around because they're classic. The next ones I'm going to discuss are very popular in the realm of horror. Even if you're not a true horror fan, I'm sure you've heard of these characters before. So we have number 203, Reagan from The Exorcist, and she's cool because she's got the green splatter here, so this is the vomit, and it's also on the pop as well. And then each of these horrors have kind of a movie moment also on the back of the box, which is pretty cool if you are a horror fan. The next one to showcase is number 466. This is Norman Bates from Psycho, and you have the knife in hand, wearing mama's dress, and the wig, infamous for the shower scene, which is also coincidentally on the back of the box. Next up is Alex DeLarge from A Clockwork Orange. This has a variant with mask, and then there is also a chase version of this. If you have never seen A Clockwork Orange, it is a psychological horror that you must see. It is a very creepy movie that, even though I saw it in my early adult years, it still haunts me to this day. It is such a psychological mind trip. Next one is going to be the infamous number 467, Carrie from Stephen King's novel. She's got blood dripping on her from the classic prom scene. And this one unfortunately doesn't have a movie scene on the back. It's just a continuation of what the pop looks like, but it's still cool nonetheless. And then there are a ton of these. I just happen to only have number 542. This is Pennywise from It. Now, of course, this is the new It. This is Pennywise with spider legs. I do have a Pennywise on the way that my mom just ordered me from Walmart, which is a more classic version. But all total, there's probably about 12 variations of Pennywise out there today, not counting chase versions. Next up, we have pop number 604, which is Pan's Labyrinth. This is a foreign film, I believe from Spain, and it has the subtitles. I find this to be one of the most creepy horror films and probably one of the few talked about films. This is super dark, super rich in culture and in text, and this pop definitely helps to bring that ambiance and that feel of the movie back. This is one of those that I have yet to see the show. Of course, it's all the talk, all the rage. I have no interest in collecting any of the actual characters from the show, but this is number 602, Stranger Things, and this is a Demogorgon. I got this because it's creepy, and I honestly love a lot of the backdrops and the 80s ambiance that show brings, but I've yet to actually take a look at it. This is new to this holiday season. This is number 611, Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees. This has the burlap sack. This is a Walgreens exclusive, and he has a pickaxe in his hand wearing some really cool overalls. This again is new to this season. The next one is one that I should have done an unboxing for, but I really wasn't sure if the unboxing was necessary, because at the point in which I got the box, everyone had already done the debuts and unboxed, and I thought, you know what, everybody already knows what's in it, nobody's gonna care that I'm unboxing it. I wish I would have, because for the first time, without actually purchasing it from another individual, guys, I got a chase. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre number 623. It came in the Hot Topic horror box that came out this month, and this is awesome. I absolutely love this. Of course, with the Chase variant, you have extra blood splatter on the face, but there is a lot of detail that went into this, and for any horror collector, it's super creepy to have it on the shelf knowing that he's wearing someone else's face. There are now quite a few of these director pops out, but I only have one, and that is the only one in my opinion that you need, and that is number 624, Mr. Alfred Hitchcock. This actually has the original clapperboard that was used in the production of Psycho, so the way this clapperboard reads in his hand is exactly the way that it read during the filming of Psycho, so I think that makes this an extra special cool pop. The next one here is one, again, I don't plan to collect the whole thing. This is number 654. This is Audrey 2 from the Little Shop of Horrors. There's also number 653, which is Baby Audrey in a coffee can. I would like to get her, but other than that, I have no interest in the people. This next one is new to this season as well. This is a Hot Topic exclusive, number 658, Chucky in Child's Play 2. This one is cool because it is half a pop. This is half of Chucky. He is on a board. This is where the scene, he is chasing a small child through a warehouse, and he has just been severed in half. So there's a lot of blood and gore going on this pop, so it is very cool. I've never been a Child's Play fan. I think Chucky is rather creepy, but hey, you know, to each his own, and he is part of the horror zone. These are also new to this season. This is number 640 and 641 Hot Topic exclusives, Lydia Dietz and Beetlejuice. This is the classic wedding scene. So Lydia is in her beautiful wedding dress, and we have Beetlejuice, I'm not doing it, in his groom's tux, looking nice and gross as always, and together they just make a beautiful couple. I love that movie. Alright, these next ones are going to be fun. These are the Universal Monsters collection. I am really proud to be the owner and recipient of these 8 pops. So as you know, Universal Studios has the classic horror movies. So we have numbers 111 through 118, and I am happy to say that I have them all, and they are in great condition. So let's go ahead and start with 111, and that is Dracula. Dracula is nice and pasty white, just like you would imagine him to be. Then we are then followed by 112, which is Frankenstein. Now this is a Hot Topic exclusive, so this one does glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. Followed by 113, The Bride of Frankenstein, and she is also a Hot Topic exclusive and glows in the dark. Number 114 is The Wolfman. Now there is a variant on this one which is super cool. I would love to have it, but chances are highly unlikely, being that he is really expensive, and it is a flocked version of this, which I'm not really fond of flocked, but him flocked would be super cool. Then we have 115, which is The Mummy, and he's pretty cool because he kind of looks black and white like he originally came out. 116 is going to be the creature from the Black Lagoon. There's also a really cool variant on this one that is glow in the dark, so I would love to get my hands on that, but it's not on the top of my list because the price point is astronomical. Number 117 is the Phantom of the Opera. And lastly is 118, the Metaluna Mutant. This one's pretty cool because this was really the start of where aliens started to integrate into horror and something people started to actually fear. Now this season there were 2 additions to the Universal Monsters, and I have one of 2. Number 607, which is also Frankenstein, but this is the classic movie. This is a Walgreens exclusive. And this is where he is holding the flower that he gives the little girl in the field. I love this one. This one to me screams classic. And the other one is the Invisible Man. The Invisible Man, I believe, is number 609. And there is a solid one and then there is a translucent one. I had one ordered through Walgreens. Unfortunately, my order got canceled because of non-availability, so I'm kind of bummed about that, but I'm keeping my eye out on the internet, hoping that I am able to score one very soon to help complete my Universal Monsters collection. There is also a 4-pack of black and whites and 4-pack of chrome of the original Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, and Mummy, I believe, and those are cool, but again, completely out of my price point. And lastly, these aren't really horror, but to me these scream horror, so I can't talk about all of this stuff and all of this macabre without mentioning these really cool pops. I got this 4 set of Motley Crue pops, numbers 70 through 73, and I like these because these are classic Crue. These have the Shout at the Devil and Helter Skelter written all over them, so when I think horror and I think of the state of mind these guys are in during this phase of their music career, this is definitely macabre, and I absolutely love the Crue. And lastly, the master of horror himself, Mr. Alice Cooper, number 68 and 69. We have him in a quintessential straitjacket. If you've ever been to an Alice Cooper concert, you live for this scene, and also in his top hat. He is everything horror on stage. If you've never been to an Alice Cooper concert and you love rock music, you've got to get to an Alice Cooper concert because his stage show, the theatrics alone are worth the ticket price. He is amazing. For being a man in his 70s, he still performs like a man in his 30s. He's incredible, and he's so down to earth and so nice. I just love Alice Cooper. So I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at my horror pop collection. I know it is, you know, a little all over the place, but then again, I'm a little all over the place. So until next time, friends, stay creepy. I will see you real soon. Take care. Bye.